Hamas is an international prescribed terror organization.
Sorry?
Hamas is an internationally prescribed terror organization.
No, it's not actually. It's
yes,
prescribed.
it is.
It's prescribed by a handful of Western countries, which support
including
Israel.
the one that you're in.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't uncritically
Intelligence
support the UK
agencies
government.
which are designed to serve the people of this country in America have prescribed Hamas. That should raise some serious questions in your head as to whether or not you should be supporting them.
I don't place limited faith in the intelligence services who said Iraq had weapons of mass destruction.
Okay, well, that's a completely separate topic of conversation.
Well, no,
that was
it's not,
UN's
because
weapons inspectors who said
you're defending
Iraq
the
had...
intelligence.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm page. I'm going to be checking out Charles King School's students who supports Iraq. So to further ado, let's get started.
But it seems, do you agree Iran's an evil?
I think that my
Oh,
priority...
the little hesitancy? Is Iran and Saudi Arabia both enemies of the West?
No, I don't believe
Wow.
that at all.
So Iran funding Hamas and Hezbollah is what? Would you say that? Good?
I think that...
Iran is the number one terrorist funder
I
in
think
the world.
the Palestinian people and the Lebanese people have the right to defend themselves from Israel.
Hamas is not defending themselves.
Yes,
They're
they
a
are.
terrorist organization targeting Jews,
they were
launching rockets into the nation state of Israel every single day.
Sorry. guys.
Hamas is not Palestinian. Hamas and Hezbollah are terrorist organizations that are committed to the complete and total destruction of the rightful nation state of Israel.
That's completely untrue. Hamas
We were there.
Hamas has repeatedly expressed acceptance of the two-state solution on the Okay, well, the terrorism that Hamas and Hezbollah are responsible for pales in comparison with the terrorism that Israel and the United States carry out on a regular basis.
Can I ask a question?
And furthermore, you say you're against wealth redistribution. So what do you think about billions of dollars of American taxpayers' money going to Israel
You mean
every
they
year?
buy U.S. weapons, there's not direct aid. Let me ask you a question. What happens to the families of terrorists in Palestine? Let's say there's a suicide bomber in the streets of Jerusalem. Did you know that there's a pay-for-slay policy where Palestinian families get a check every single month if they kill Jews? Did you know that? The Palestinian Authority?
That's the Palestinian Authority.
Which Hamas is governed under because Israel, in the pursuit of peace, retreated from Hamas. Did Israel give up Hamas, yes or no?
The Palestinian Authority governs the West Bank.
What happened to the Gaza Strip? Did Israel used to occupy it, true or false?
Israel continues to occupy Gaza.
It's controlled by the terrorist state of Hamas. It used to be functioning factories. It used to be rolling hills and vineyards. And the Hamas, the terrorists, took it over.
That's completely untrue.
And built terror tunnels and launched rockets.
Hamas.
As soon as Hamas was democratically elected, Israel immediately imposed a crippling
You think
blockade.
the PA is democratically elected?
No,
Hamas is an international prescribed
I'm not
terror
defending the
organization.
PA.
Hamas is an international prescribed terror organization.
Sorry?
Hamas is an internationally prescribed terror
No,
organization.
it's not actually.
Yes, it is.
It's prescribed by a handful of Western countries, which support
Including
Israel.
the one that you're in.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't uncritically
Intelligence
support the UK
agencies
government.
which are designed to serve the people of this country in America have prescribed Hamas. That should raise some serious questions in your head as to whether or not you should be supporting them.
I don't place limited faith in the intelligence services who said Iraq had weapons of mass destruction.
Okay, well, that's a completely separate topic of conversation.
Well, no,
that was
it's not,
UN's
because
weapons inspectors who said
you're defending
Iraq
the
had...
intelligence services.
That were UN weapons inspectors was Iraq who said they had weapons of mass
The
destruction.
UN weapons inspectors, no,
Yes.
they didn't.
Yes, they did.
The UN
At the
weapons
time.
inspectors said Iraq did not have WMD.
John
so you're
Nefertiti,
supporting
who was the head of the
Iraq
UN's
war now.
weapons inspection.
So you say you're in favour of limited government, but you support the invasion of Iraq.
No, we're not even talking about that. We're talking about Hamas. Okay, you have just voiced support for Hamas and Hezbollah.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
I haven't.
You
I
actually
just
did.
come out and said it.
Are they a terrorist organization, yes or no?
Yeah, they've carried out acts of
Let's
terror,
just
but
watch
as I
some
said,
videos of the Iron
the acts
Dome
of terror that they've
intercepting
carried
rockets.
out pale in comparison with the acts of terror that Israel and the United States
Can you tell me
routinely
why the
carry
PA
out.
fund gives money to the terrorist
I don't
families?
support the PA. I've
Who
never
do you
defended...
support, Iran or?
No, I support human beings who are struggling for their right
Then
to
you
live
should
in
hate
dignity
Iran
and
because
peace.
Iran murders human beings that are gay and they throw them off the top of buildings. You should hate Iran.
Yeah, I don't support the Iranian government, but neither do I support Saudi Arabia, which is supported by the West.
So we actually don't support Saudi that much either here. So
You won't find an argument against
Okay, and I also don't support a war against Iran, which you guys seem to.
well, we do support sanctions and not sending them
Okay,
billions of dollars. So when
which
Iran says,
which is not limited government, by the way.
So can I ask-
sanctions
Hang on a
against
second,
Iran?
hang on a second. Who? So in the
anarchy.
when the president of Iran comes out and says, "I want to wipe Israel off the map,"
He doesn't actually say that.
The Ayatollah Khamenei said that.
If you
Ahmadinejad actually said that.
Sorry, if you look at his statement,
Burn the American flag. It's regularly seen on
there's a difference
TV.
between rhetoric and action. There's all sorts of inflammatory rhetoric, including
So we
from
just
the
don't
West.
trust the words
So
of
let
the
me
president
kind
of
of
Iran.
say two quick things. First of all, Ayatollah Khamenei, the head of Iranian's theocratic construction, essentially part of government, and the former president Ahmadinejad said death to Israel, death to the West, death to America multiple times. How do they act on it? Because you said it's just words. They give billions to Hamas. They give billions to Hezbollah. They support the bombing of Israeli children. They give money to PA that funds and incentivizes terrorist behavior. They refuse to condemn Hamas and Hezbollah any time under UN resolutions ever. They refuse to ever vote and say this is wrong. They actually fund BDS resolutions all across the world. They're outwardly anti-Semitic, not to mention outwardly anti-gay, anti-Christian, anti-Western. And finally, why does Iran want nuclear weapons so bad? Why? Because they want to act on their words to destroy Israel, destroy the West, destroy America. Iran is the fundamentally biggest and most sinister evil of everybody in this room, and if you have sympathy for it, I wonder why.
Okay, so the
Okay. I'm not trying to defend the guy here, but I feel, based on what he's saying, he doesn't want war. He doesn't want to fight anything. He's speaking for the rights of the poor people who are being oppressed. And two, he's still trying to say that he doesn't want them to stick up Iran. Like, despite the fact that they're causing war and everything, he still doesn't want them to be bombed. Even Saudi Arabia doesn't want. He just doesn't want war. If I can understand what he's saying, because he said he doesn't support the Iran war and stuff. He doesn't support those things. He doesn't want those war and stuff. So I just feel like they have miscommunication somewhere. But the guy is just speaking basically that he wants people to have peace and stuff. What do you think?
Actually, just like what he said, he doesn't want war between these countries. He wants peace among them. Peace and unity among them. How people are supposed to work into it.
Definitely.
Peace and unity and not war between supposing those war to come into that. Just like that is actually what he was saying.
So guys, let me know if you got a reaction. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. See you next time. Bye.